As you know, this is a quarantine time, and like me, I believe most of you are also bored. So today I'm going to show you my take on the simple masala sausage. So this is what we need. First, obviously, as the name suggests, the sausage. We need roughly 250 grams of it, which are diagonally sliced, as you can see, so that it can be easily fried with the minimum amount of oil. To go with it, we have thickly sliced onions, roughly two small ones, which is roughly 100 grams, and finally 3 cloves of garlic, finely chopped. Obviously, I'm not a good chef. I'm a simple home cook, so I will use pre-processed sauces to go with it. So this is what we need. First, we need mustard sauce, barbecue sauce, simple tomato sauce. And now, the most important thing is the aroma. The aromas don't come easily, so we need 3 spices that can enhance it. First, we will need oregano. You might have heard of it or even simply collect it from your local Domino's or Pizza Hut. It comes easily with pizzas, or you can, like me, order it separately. Then we have rosemary. Rosemary itself may not have taste, but the smell it spreads after baking it is amazing. And finally, basil. This gives aroma and the taste. So let's continue. So first comes the preparation of the sauce. We are taking simple tomato sauce and adding it. The ratio of these 3 sauces can be entirely up to you because everyone's taste profile is separate. So I'm taking a bare minimum of tomato sauce. That's it. Then my favorite is barbecue sauce. That smoky flavor that comes with it, I'm just a fan. So I'm gonna put a little bit more of that. And that's it. And finally, to put a little tangy taste to it, and remember the New York hot dogs, we're gonna put mustard sauce. Ah, that smell. That should be enough. So we're gonna just stir it. We want a normal consistency, but one thing that should be focused is under in no condition the ratio should be 1:1:1. If we put all of them in the same consistency, the taste becomes bland. That will taste amazing. You might be wondering why I didn't put salt into it. Many people forget that all pre-processed sauces have salt in their ingredients already. So you have to be careful not to overindulge in the salt just out of habit. Moving on. I've put the pan on low flame and I'm just waiting for the water to dry a little and it is done. As I said, aroma is very important when it comes to sausages. So we're going to start with rosemary. I'm just going to take a little in the hand. As you can see, it is just like small sticks. We can't have that because it might leave a lump in your mouth. So we're just going to crush it using our thumbs. You can hear that crunchy smell and the sound of the crackling in your fingers. Just imagine what the taste it's going to leave. Now that that's minimum done, we're going to just toss it into the pan. Then the oregano. Funny thing, many people think that pizza, the smell which we get comes from mozzarella cheese which is applied to it, which is actually wrong. The main ingredient, the aroma of this pizza which we love so much, is actually none other than the simple spice which we call oregano. And to make sure that rosemary and oregano balance each other out, a hint of basil. We're just going to move it a little. We do not want to burn it, we just want to roast it a little in open flame so that its aroma can be enhanced exponentially. Starting to take shape. Now we're gonna add some white oil. You can use olive oil as well, but one thing you must never use is mustard oil for this, because mustard oil has its own taste and we do not want anything to tamper with that sausage. We'll just let it fry a little. You see, the advantage of doing this in this sort of steps is because once the spices have aromated and we have added the oil, and the oil is heating with the spices, therefore the oil itself is absorbing the flavors of it. You can see the spices have started to brown up, so it's time to fry the sausages. We're going to insert the sausage little by little so as not to burn ourselves while doing it. Just going to move it to the left and that crackling sound, I'm a huge fan of it. Now we're just gonna fry it slightly. If you can focus on the pan over here, you can see the sausages changing color. You see, sausages are mainly pre-processed meat, so they contain a lot of fat into it, which is why they easily turn brown or yellow depending on how much you fry them. Just gonna fry them a little. Now we're gonna add the onions and the garlic directly into it. Just going to saute it a little. Obviously, we do not want raw onions with our food. It's very important to make sure that the onions are sauteed and not raw, because depending on the caramelization of the onions, the flavor changes. It's very interesting, isn't it? Raw onion is crunchy and a little tangy. You fry them a little more, they become sweet. You deep fry them, they become dark brown and slightly bitter. You cannot make biryani with raw onions, you cannot make pakora with deep fried, and you cannot make salad with simple fried. Each layer of frying an onion varies depending on the situation. Of course, you can experiment and make a mess out of it. Like, I remember a friend who tried making biryani with raw onions, and trust me, that wasn't exactly the best day of my life. Remembering itself was making me ugh. Anyway, the onions have started getting the spices on them and they're slightly fried. We're going to continue this for a few more minutes and then we're going to add our sauce into it. Okay, so as you can see, the onions are sauteed, they are no longer raw. Now we are going to add the sauce mix which we made earlier. The reason we made it earlier is, well, a man has only two hands, so you can't actually make the sauce while sauteing it without having the risk of actually burning it off. So we take the sauce, we gently pour it all over. If you see the pan, you can see the sauce has started to take color. That deep dark brown which comes with masala sausage. One thing you must remember is you can put as much as barbecue sauce or mustard sauce depending on the flavor, but try avoiding tomato or tomato chili sauce. Since these two sauces have a typical sweet and tangy flavor to it, it will dominate everything. And the reason I'm saying you can put as much barbecue sauce as you want is, the barbecue sauce was made specifically for processed meat or barbecue chicken. And it can deal with excessive heat or deep fried items very well compared to normal tomato sauces. So, we're just gonna keep it on low heat for a little more time. And then we're finally going to serve it. You can see the sausage is finally prepared with that dark brown barbecue flavor. So, bon appetit. You can obviously garnish it with coriander leaves or spring onions. But, as you can see, the sausages itself is the star of the show. It took me maximum 15 minutes to prepare it, so have fun.